Hi, Will Copping here for Raw 12:51am. I am sitting with Frank, the bassist, long-time bassist in Anthrax. So, Frank, 30 years on from Among the Living, how much has your relationship to the album changed? You still feel the same way about it you did back in '87?
Well, when you play these songs live, it brings you back to the time you recorded it. It really does, and you remember where you were. It's like a reflection. It's really strange, but I think that's why it's sunk into people, and people want to hear these songs along with the new songs. So I have no problem playing. I think it's actually tonight's the first night, so it'll be really interesting for all of us.
Yeah, so following on from that about the new songs, so Among the Kings was your first album to crack the Billboard Top 10 in 24 years. Yeah. So that must have been really, really kind of validating as a band, because 35 years on, you've got to be a bit like worried about whether how things are going, but then to crack the top 10, that's got to be a massive confidence boost.
We're really flattered, number one, and humbled by all of it. I mean, for all Kings, look, at the end of the day, we've been around for a while, but it's really good to know that, and really nice to see that we're relevant and people like the new stuff that's actually coming out as opposed to everything else, which is, hey, look, for us, a metal band to be in the top 10, think about that. Not nowadays, it's not a metal world right now. Oh, it is to us, but the actual outside world. So I'm very proud of that.
Now, speaking of being a metal world, Birmingham, of course, is the home of metal. And last week we had Black Sabbath play their final show.
I saw some video of it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Does that kind of inspire you to put on a really, really great show in places like this where the legacy is what it is?
Well, you want to put on 100, 110 no matter where you are, but of course, but especially here, it means a lot to metal in general. So there's a little boost, but tonight's the first night anyway of the tour, so I think there's going to be a little, it's always fun to see what kind of technical things are going to go wrong, but we'll have some fun.
Why do you think thrash has managed to remain such a popular, one of the most popular subgenres of metal for 35 years?
Because it's true. It's true, and it gets that angst out of you. I believe that. That's why, for us, it's always been that from when we were young. I think that you have that fire in your belly, and especially what's going on with the world of today, I think it meets that fire and that energy, and you need to get it out. I think it really helps.
Right, fantastic. What would you say to the growing numbers recently in the music press who've kind of started to not enjoy so much reunion tours or anniversary tours like you're doing? What would you say to that? The people that say, oh, it's just a cash grab 30 years on.
Well, cash grab, I mean, we know people will like this. I mean, that's the whole point. It's cash grab. If you only knew, it's certainly not a cash grab. So we do it for the fans, and that's the truth. But I think you put in different things to make it special. Cash grab, we're not playing arenas. These are theaters that are great, that we packed and sold out. But it's for the fans, man. It's nothing else, and we'll be back again with something else. Always, look, it's about the fans at the end of the day. So give them what they want, and it's important to us.
So you said you're going to be back with something else one day. Yeah. So after this tour cycle, back into the studio for another album. Then
we have
no plans on slowing down.
We're booked well into the year, and probably next year. I'm hearing they're booking January right now.
Oh right.
So we're booked, and then after. We need to rest for a while, be with our families, and then we'll start thinking about new music. Right now, we just want to enjoy it for All Kings, because we're putting 2 new live songs on this tour. We'll be mixing it up quite a lot after the Among the Living. So we'll be mixing up some different songs that we haven't played on this tour. So we're excited.
So no plans on slowing down at all then, because 35 years into your career, lots of people would say, well, you've earned the right to slow down.
I think we've earned the right to write more great music, and that's the way it is for me.
That's commendable, certainly. So do you prefer contained venues like this? Like you said, you're not playing arenas on this tour, or do you prefer like a packed out venue like this, or would you prefer something like a festival set where perhaps it's not so compact, but there is a much more people there?
Well, I think we haven't done a true headline tour. This is the first true headline tour. People have been asking for an Anthrax headline tour. Now, we're giving it. This is the way to do it. So you play where you play. I think tonight's going to be insane. I think this whole tour, for that matter, the way it's selling, people are very excited about it. I think it's going to be very cool. We have a Raven Age opening for us, which are a great band, great younger band. So I think people are going to get what they want out of this.
So lots of musicians seem to have kind of, after this length of time, a bit of a love-hate relationship with their hits. Do you ever get that? Or was there ever a point in your career where you thought, oh, I don't want to play Caught in a Mosh, I want to play whatever album it was out at the time?
See, when I play, number one, it's a flattering thing, it's a humbling thing to have a song that people love.
Yeah.
So you sit right off the bat. When every time you play it, it's the same song, but it's a different reaction from the kids and the fans. So that's what I'm looking for. I know how to play the song, obviously. They know the song, but the reaction to that song, say like a song like Caught in the Mosh, you haven't played it 1,000 times, right? Whatever. The reaction and the energy that we're building with the crowd makes it all worthwhile. So it doesn't really get old for me. I really look for that. That's why we spend a long time on the road for that moment.
Well, fantastic. Thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you for coming.
I know you've got a busy night.
I hope you enjoyed tonight, man.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I will. I'm really excited, and just best of luck out there.
Thank you.
For the rest of the tour.
Me too. I'm excited about tonight. Thank you for coming down and hanging with us.